General Jimbo checking in. And today, that's right, we about to talk about it. Consistency. Today in this video, I will be talking about consistency. All right, it's important. So let's talk about it. We all struggling with it. We all got dreams. We all got goals. Hardest thing to do, get up every goddamn day and do that shit. Tap in. Let's talk about it. The definition. All right. I wrote down multiple definitions because there's actually multiple definitions to consistency. But I wrote them all down because they're all going to tie back into each other, you know. It's the same word. So even though they got different definitions, they're all going to tie in somehow. All right, so the first definition, I don't like this definition either, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Conformity. All right, this is the definition of consistency. Conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. I had to read that shit like 30 times, and I still don't damn near get it. You got to decipher these things sometimes, but what I got out of it, it had a little sentence. There was like, the grading system is to ensure better consistency, right? So I guess that means conforming in the application of something, meaning conforming to the process, conforming to doing something, conforming to how you're applying this thing so that it will, for the sake of logic, accuracy, and fairness, right? So with the grading scale, probably accuracy. So the grading scale is to provide better consistency. That's probably meaning the grading scale is what we're conforming to the application of this grading scale so that it can be more accurate. That's kind of what I got from it. I may not be 100% with that one. The next one, this is kind of don't got shit to do with what the fuck we talking about, but the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together, thickness or viscosity. Right, so we know about if you got like some barbecue sauce or something, you're like, yeah, what kind of consistency does it have? Oh, it's a barbecue sauce, but it has like a hot sauce consistency, or it got like a mayonnaise consistency. Like that's what when you talk about liquids and shit, you know how that's usually where the consistency comes in on how the way in which the substance holds together, right? And this is all going to tie back in. Even though I don't like the first two definitions for what we're talking about, it's going to tie back in. All right, and the last one is the quality or fact of staying the same at different times. The quality of always behaving or performing in a similar way in different times. That's the definition that we was looking for, right? So how often are you able to do the same thing at different times? Can you get up every day and go to the gym? Can you get up every day and can you write music every day? Can you go to work every day? Do you shower every day? You know, there's things that at different times is something that we're always doing. And this doesn't have to be good things. There's bad things, you know, like you could be constantly fucking up, you know, you could be constantly making bad decisions. You could be consistently making bad decisions. You can be consistently getting rejected. You know, it doesn't have to be good. But we know what it is. All right, so now that we got it defined, let's apply this. Let's apply it in real life. All right, so we are all consistent at something, whether it's good or bad. I just said consistency doesn't have to be good. You could be, you can be consistently getting rejected, or you could be consistently making a profit. You know, it could be good or bad. But let's talk about it. We are all consistent at something. There's something that you're doing to a consistent rate. It doesn't have to be every day. It could be something that you do every week. It could be something that you do every month. It could be something that you do every year. There are things that you are doing every day, whether you think about it or not. You know, I'm pretty sure I hope that you're probably brushing your teeth every day, showering every day, feeding yourself every day. I hope you're drinking water every day. You know, there's things that you do every day consistently. And you have a consistency with it. Let's start thinking about the things that we're doing every day. Like, look at the things you're doing and look at the consistency of it, right? If you notice, all right, I'm watching TV today. I'm watching my movie. I'm catching up on Snowfall. You know, I'm watching my shows. What's the consistency that I'm watching TV? Am I watching TV every day? How much every day am I watching it, right? I'm watching it every other day. Same thing with you know, if you catch yourself even doing good things, you catch yourself reading. You know, how much do I always be reading? Do I read every day? Am I reading every day? Am I putting hours in every day? So just look at the things you're doing and make a consistency rate for them. You know, like make put a W, write the things you're doing down, and you know, put a W by it if it's a weekly, put a D by it if it's a daily, put it you know, a W with a slash if it's, you know, maybe once or twice a week, whatever the case. You know, just start. You don't even gotta write it down. Just start being more conscious of your consistency rate with the things that you're doing, because our actions and this consistency. I'm looking at my notes. Consistency is basically how we define ourselves. Rather you're defining yourself like that or not, this is how others are defining you, or this is how others are seeing you, and this is actually who you are. You know, you may say, I'm a rapper, or I'm a musician, or I'm a artist, or I'm a whatever the case. But then if you look at what you're doing every day, it's like, no, the hell you ain't. You a goddamn, you a call center worker. You know, like that's the only thing you do every day. You know, so you gotta know that consistency is how you define yourself. What you're doing every day, spending the most hours on, is most likely what you're getting. Is most likely what people are gonna know you for and gonna be defined as. I know this dude that work at Kroger. He at Kroger all the time. Every time I go to Kroger, this man's there. I'm like, damn, dude, you got an off day? He like, you know me, man. I'm getting to the paper. If I see that man on stage rapping, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's that rapping dude. I'm like, oh, yo, that's that Kroger nigga. That's Kroger. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing that every day. So this can be good or bad, but you just want to remind yourself of your consistency rate. You know, if you're working every day, like I go to work I literally don't miss days because I work from home, and even every time they offer overtime, I take it because I'm working from home. So every damn day, I'm putting 8 hours in at this job. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not spending 8 hours writing music every day. I'm not spending 8 hours making YouTube videos every day. I like to do martial arts. I'm not spending 8 hours in the gym every day. So if you was to define me, I'm a fucking call center worker because that's the main thing that I do consistently. I'm consistently working. That's my highest consistency rate is probably working. I do it every day, at least 5 days a week for eight hours a day. Nothing else I'm doing that much, right? So this is important. All right? You want to start to build your consistency rate and things that need it, right? So like I said, I'm not going to stop working every day. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working every day, I'm working every day. That's just what it is. But I can get things to match that consistency rate. So that way I'm not feeling like I'm defined as what I do all the time. Now it's like, this is something else that I'm doing all the time. If you're gonna define me as a call center worker, you're gonna define me as a call center worker that also does this, because I'm doing this. I'm gonna have to do this every day so y'all can see that this is something else that I'm doing, right? And the best way to go through and have consistency with something is to and this is gonna tap into kind of what I'm talking about next, but you want to start tweaking your consistency. You got to start tweaking your consistency. So if you want to start building consistency, that could be one of the hardest things to do. Getting up and doing something every day. And I don't know why it's so hard. I literally sat here and thought about it for a minute, because this is a perfect example. Me making these YouTube videos is something that I'm practicing consistency with. I'm trying to do it on a daily basis. Today I'm like, damn, I gotta make another video. I don't really feel like making it. But you gotta think, I had to think about it, like, why don't I feel like making it? And it was like, well, I don't be getting that much views, so I kind of feel like it's pointless sometimes. But it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? It's not the outcome that you're really worried about. What is it? And it was like, well, I'm just not formed to it yet, and I know I'm so far from what I want to get out of this, right? So I'm looking at the end goal and what I want to get out of it, and that kind of pushes me out of my consistency. Now I know it's important to be focused on the end. You gotta see the end, and you gotta live in the end in order to bring the end to you, and that is true. But when you're trying to do something consistently every day, sometimes thinking about the end is gonna scare your ass away from doing it. If you 300 pounds, you got a goal of getting 205 pounds, so you trying to lose 95 pounds. If you get tired after your first week and now it's day 8 and you gotta go to the gym, you might not feel motivated, and you might thinking about the end might not help your consistency. Nah, man, we're gonna get down to 205. Remember, let's go to the gym. Like, nigga, I'm 300 pounds. I'm not about to get there right now. I fuck so like it's not gonna motivate you to go right then. So with consistency, I think it's important to focus on the process, to focus on the action that you're doing consistently every day, to focus on what you want the consistency to be of, to focus on that part of it. Like I remember Idris Elba said he does like, I don't know, something silly. I don't remember it exactly. We said like 25 laps in the pool every day, every morning. That's just like his morning routine. He likes to hit 25 laps in the pool. And he was like, if I was to think about counting down my laps or think about, I got this many laps left or I got this many laps left, he was like, it'll kill me every time. It'll drive me crazy. All I have to do is focus on my breathing and my form. I focus on my breathing and my form. I'm tired, but I keep going. Next thing I know, hey, that's 25. You done. Get up out of there. So the best way I think to go about consistency is to actually think about the process. Think about the action of what you're doing and not the end of it, because that's kind of more near. The process that you're doing, you're gonna do that today, right? If you're thinking about getting down to 205 pounds, that ain't gonna be for a minute. That's down the road. But if you start thinking about your form on your squats, how to breathe while you're running, if you start thinking about those things, that's immediate. You know, you're gonna be ready to address that and correct that right now today. So focus on the repeated task and not the outcome. Right, that's gonna help you with your consistency. Focus on the path. With me, with making this video, I was like, you know what? I just don't think I'm gonna get all these views, and it doesn't give me the energy to it, because I know what I want isn't like to be here right now. But I was like, well, you know what? Let's think about the process of it. You're making these videos not just for others, but for yourself, to motivate yourself to do something. So let's look at the process of motivation. What do you need help with motivation? And just as I was talking about, I didn't feel like making this video. Boom, consistency was my topic. So that's me focusing on the process. Me focusing on the process created this video of consistency. And I didn't feel like I didn't want to do it. I was like, hey, actually, I want to go talk about this because it's something I'm struggling with right now. All right, so what does consistency do? It conforms or forms or binds you to something, right? Like just like we was talking about with the literally in the first definition, it says conformity in the application of something. Conformity, that's big. With the liquid, it was saying the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together, right? So you could put both of them together. How liquid forms to something that's how you could say the consistency of it. What's the consistency of this barbecue sauce? If I pour it into this motherfucking cup, how's it gonna form into the cup? Is it gonna swish around? Is it gonna loosely fall in there? Is it gonna fall slow? Is it gonna be thick? Is it gonna form all around it? Is it gonna leave gaps? How's it gonna form to this? That's what consistency is when we're talking about liquid. But when we're talking about consistency in actions, we're talking about conformity. How do you conform to this, right? So consistency is doing nothing but conforming you to the thing you want to do. If I want to start making YouTube videos all the time, consistency is going to conform me to being a YouTuber. You see what I'm saying? And conforming is basically like forming something that's not physical, right? So if I pour water into a cup, that physical water is going to form to the cup. If I apply actions to an idea, that physical action is going to conform to that idea, right? It's how non-physical things get formed to other non-physical things. That's conformity. Forming is when something physical forms to another thing physical. If I wanted to, how does the water form into that bottle? You know, it follows the shape. How are your actions conforming to your dreams? Right? So it's conforming you to this. It's if your dreams is a cup that's shaped like this, the actions is the liquid, is the water. What's the consistency of your actions? Is it forming all around this motherfucker? Is it kind of thick, leaving spaces, leaving gaps? That's what conforming is. So it's important because it conforms you to something, and yeah, it conforms you to something. All right. So what is it? How do we use this conformity? How do we use this consistency? What to do with this consistency? Everything you do has a consistency rate to it. me making these videos, me cooking food, me watching TV, me going outside and talking to friends. Everything that you do has a rate of consistency. Everything you do it at a certain rate. You're doing it monthly, yearly, daily, every once in a while. Whatever it is, there's a rate that you're doing it. Unless you just do it once. And, those are for the few things that you do one time and then one time only. But everything else, you're usually doing it at a rate. So, since everything has a consistency to it, it's time to start being consciousness of your consistency ratings, of your consistency rates, and tweak your consistencies. All right, I spoke about this earlier. I said I was going to circle back around to it because I was talking about you want to focus on the repeated task and not the outcome. But tweak your consistencies. Some things need to be diluted, and some things need to be stirred thicker. You see what I'm saying? I don't make music 8 hours a day, and I'm not going to because there's just not that many hours in a day if I'm working. But if I'm not making music daily and I'm going to work daily, it's time to stir up some of that consistency with my music making. It's time to get in there every day. It's time to start forcing myself to write something. How do I force myself to start writing something? Don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. What am I trying to talk about today? How can I put these in words that I like? How can I make it something catchy that I like to bob to? And then how can I all around encompass it? Right? Focusing on the process. But some things need to be diluted. Some things I'm doing I watch a Denzel movie every night. It's just something I wanted to do. I was like, I'm gonna watch a different. That's my favorite actor. So I'm gonna watch a different Denzel movie every night this month. And sometimes I catch myself watching 2-3 Denzel movies a day just because I'm watching it. Like, fuck it, watch another one. And that's something that might need to be diluted. Like, hold on, bro, check your consistency rate. You do this every day already. We don't need to be doing it twice a day. So slow down with that. So some things you need to dilute. Some things you need to stir thicker. But as long as you can be conscious of it, you can understand. And when you need to stir it thicker, focus on the process. When you need to dilute it, focus on something else. All right, if you're doing something too much, you're trying to stop doing it. Like if you smoke weed all the damn time, that's another thing like me. If you smoke weed all the damn time, you're like, damn, I need to slow my consistency rate down with this. Focus on something else. That's the only way. Honestly, awareness, where attention, where awareness goes, energy flows. Where awareness goes, energy flows. If you're thinking, don't smoke today, don't smoke today, don't smoke today, don't smoke today, you're gonna smoke because where awareness goes. If your awareness is on smoking, I don't care if you think about not doing it, maybe doing it. If your awareness is on it, your energy is gonna flow to it. So just the best way to dilute consistency is to focus on something else. Same thing with breaking habits. I know if we're talking about deep addictions and bad habits, that's another conversation, another video, because you can't just say focus on something else. Like, no, nigga, I'm addicted to this shit, or I have a really bad habit with this shit. I can't just focus on something else. But if we're just talking about something you need to slow down a little bit, like, yo, I've been drinking every night. I could slow down. Let's dial it back. Focus on something else, like the process of the things you're trying to make stir thicker, right? So if I'm trying to make more music and smoke less weed, instead of thinking about not smoking weed, let's think about the process of making music. All right? And I'm going to leave you guys with 2 jewels. These are 2 things to practice with consistency. We all have a consistency rate with something. When you sit down and consciously think about your consistency, you're going to notice there's things you want to tweak up, things you're going to want to turn down, things you're going to dilute, things you want to stir thicker. I'm going to give you 2 things that you can start practicing on daily for consistency. So 2 things to bring consistency to, because it will conform you to these things. 1 is doing your best, no matter what it is. I don't care if you're going outside to shoot hoops with your friends. I don't care if you're about to record a song. I don't care if you got a business meeting. I don't care if you got answer calls. I don't care if you got fucking bag groceries or flip burgers. Whatever it is, do your best every day. Consistently build consistency with doing your best. Every day, do your best, right? And then the second thing, get better at something. Every day, do something better than you did last time. Now, it doesn't mean like every day I go to the gym, so every day I have to get better at the gym, but it could be anything. Last time I wrote a song, I liked it, but this time I'm gonna write a better song. Last time I drew something, I liked it, but this time I'm gonna draw something better. Just try to do something better every day. So today it might be I'm gonna make a better song than I did last time. The next time it might be I'm gonna get my bench better than it was last time. The next time it might be I'm gonna do better at work and get better scores on my calls than the last time they checked my calls. to bring consistency to doing your best, and bring consistency in getting better at something. Because what this is going to do is it's not only going to conform you into being your best, into being a better person, but it's going to conform you to practicing consistency in other areas. If you wake up every day with the mindset, I'm trying to do my best today, I'm trying to do my best at this, I'm trying to do my best at that, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. If you're not thinking about doing your best every day, it's a good chance if you're off and you don't have work, you might just lay in bed all day and be like, damn, this day went to waste. Oh well, I'll catch the next one. But when you're thinking about doing better or doing your best, you're going to go do something so you can do your best at it. Same thing with getting better. If I want to do better than I did at something, I'm going to have to do something so that I can be better than I was last time. So just me trying to do my best, if I'm having trouble writing music, me trying to do my best might get me to start writing music more, because it's like, yo, I gotta do something. I gotta try my best at something today. I'm gonna pick the pen and pad up and try my best. I'm gonna write my best song. I'm gonna try my best to write a song, and then at the end of that, you're gonna try to get better at things too. So that means the next time you make a song, you're gonna try to do better than that last time. And it's just gonna basically, you're gonna do this. You're just gonna do this. It's not gonna be every day I'm making music better. Every day I'm making music better. No, it's gonna be, I'm doing this better today. I'm doing this better today. I'm doing this better today. I'm doing my best at this today. I'm doing my best at this today. I'm doing my best at this today. Oh, I did this last week, but today when I did it, I did do it better. So it's gonna be scattered, but it's gonna elevate you. It's not gonna be a straight direct path. It's gonna be scattered, but you're gonna elevate. And that, I mean, that's just a small jewel I'll give you. If you focus on those two things, it's going to make you practice other things, and it's going to get you better at those other things. So two things that you can take away from this: let's practice on doing your best every single day. And this is the thing with consistency. I like to make these chains. So I got like a red, black, and green marker, RBG, and the red marker is like things I'm passionate about. The black marker are things that I gotta take care of, and the green marker will be like healthy things, right? So like my health and eating right and going to the gym, I put a green X on the calendar every day. The black is me, things I gotta do like work, pay bills, and all that. I put an X on the calendar every day. I do the things I have to do. And then with the red one, the things I'm passionate about, making these videos, writing music, whatever, martial arts, whatever it is, put a red X on the calendar for that. And what you want to do is you want to put an X every day on that calendar, and you're going to notice you're going to build a chain. And then what you're going to do is you're going to play a game, and the game is called Don't Break the Chain. You get that chain going, you build that consistency, don't break the chain. Every day I got a red X, I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. Every day I got a black X, I'm doing something that I have to do. Every day I got a green X, I'm doing something for my body. That's every day, and I'm not trying to break that chain. You could do the same thing with doing your best. Make a red marker and a black marker. Red marker, I'm gonna do my best at something today. And the black markers, I'm gonna get better at something today. Once you notice you got 4 days with X's on them, don't break the chain. Go get you want to flip calendars and just see X's through the motherfuckers. Let's get them chains strong, baby. Jimbo, checking out.